Well, hello everyone, what is going on? It is the Almighty Geoff, and we're here with episode 100 of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. In the previous episode we worked on the Blindsided quest, so we basically went to Erkingthand and started our hunt for Mercer Frey, but obviously we take a bit of a detour for this very special episode, and the first series on my channel to reach 100 episodes, and obviously it would be this game. This is going to go on for much longer, maybe even past 200 or 300 episodes, who knows. But I asked in episode 98, there was a poll suggesting what you wanted to see for episode 100. The choices were a live stream of Skyrim, a 1 hour episode special of Skyrim, or for us to build our first house out of the Hearthfire DLC. And you guys picked, as in one person picked, Ron, to build our Hearthfire house. Now the only one we actually can do at this point is the Lakeview Manor, which is in Falkreath. Of course, I would like to say, of course, this is coming out quite late. I think I'm recording this on the 27th, but of course, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. I apologise that this is coming up so late for something like this, in which you're building an entire house, and I want everything to be sorted beforehand without having to constantly cut while I get more supplies. It takes a hell of a lot of off-screen work, but I think I should have everything done pretty much by now, so let's go and speak to the steward of the Jarl of Falkreath. I also want to add before I forget, as you can see, I've cleaned out the quests for 2 of the people in Riften. I think it was Talanjai and can't remember what his name was, but there was an Argonian guy, and well, actually there were 2 Argonian guys, I think, in Riften, who was like pretty much get a gold ore, get some flawless gems or something like that. So I did all those. They would I ended up picking them up on the way of collecting all the other stuff. So, but I just got those done off screen. There's nothing really to miss there.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dengir before him.
I'd like to purchase a house.
There's no house available, but I could sell you a fine piece of land where you could build your own house.
I'll take it.
You won't regret it. Here's the title to your steading.
Alright.
Follow the road east from Falkreath, then north at the crossroads. Turn left just past Pine Watch.
You have no idea how many times I've gone through that conversation. I've built this house completely about like 5 times now. What are you doing, Raya? Hey, listen, I need a word with you. Come on. Why am I getting these? You already know this.
As my Thane.
Come with me.
Lead on, Thane. My blade.
Alright, we're gonna need her. So I have pretty much everything. The only 3 things that you can't get until you've bought the actual house is the quarried stone, the clay, and the logs. So we can get some of the logs now. I can never really remember how much we need in total, but it's one of the things that we don't really need to worry about. So
You'll find my brothers Solaf and I are the only true Nords in Falkreath.
I'd like to buy some lumber.
Doing some building, eh? We can deliver it wherever he needs.
I'll take 20 logs.
I'll have them hauled over right away.
So what I'm going to do, guys, is just going to do a small cut here until I get, I think, I'm probably going to get 400 in total. So, yeah, I'm going to do a quick cut and I'll see you guys once we're done. Alright guys, there we go. I've picked up a total of 400 sawn logs in total. That should be enough to cover, but like I said, if it isn't, it doesn't really matter, because those 3, once we have Lakeview Manor and we set up, whatchamacallit, our Thane, or what do you call it? No, we don't, our housecarl, as our steward of the house, then they can constantly, you can just ask them to pick up stuff and it'll immediately be deposited, so I don't need to worry about that. But anyway, the reason why we're in Whiterun is because I've stored all of the items that we're going to need in the chest, and the reason why I'm bringing our housecarl along with us is so that we can add some stuff to her inventory, because there is so much that it's going to take up way more than our carry weight will permit us. So as you can see, just look at all that. an absolute shit ton, and we need all of it. And trust me, I've gone to the point where I think I've got everything, then I'll go through, play through the whole thing, build it all, and then find I'm still missing things, and then I've got to update a checklist and stuff. So we're just going to take all of that. Obviously, we are way above our ability to run at this point. But what we're going to do is I'm going to equip some things that will increase our, carry weight. So I want the Locket of St. Jub, or Jib, whatever you want to call them, and the vampire boots that we enchanted. So it doesn't help much. It's increased it to 381. That should be enough that we can give Rhea
Yes, my Thane. Do you need something?
some stuff
Of course.
to
Thane.
take over to
How
our
can I
new
be of
place.
service?
So I think I'll shut some of this stuff off. Obviously, I want stuff like all these large amounts of stuff. So that should do.
Lead on, my Thane.
Yep. Okay. So what the plan is, we're going to go over there. We're going to build up the entire place. And then we're going to obviously furnish it, have everything built onto it, and then we're going to. I'm going to off-screen collect all the books and unique stuff I've got at Bree's home, and then do it all up nice. Then we'll probably move in your solder as well. So obviously the best way to go about this is going to the Guardian Stones. Even though there's a marker that's closer, there is something along the way that I want to pick up as well. There is a unique item that is just nearby Lakeview Manor, just to the north of it. So I'm going to want to pick that up as well while we're at it. But I feel like I've done it enough times now, and I've perfected my checklist to do before the episode start. We don't have to pick anything up at all, like even like ingots and stuff that will take us about 2 minutes to do. At most, what we'll have to pick up is like clay and quarried stone. So have we read that one? Yes, we have. Okay. So if we come round back around these logs, you can see this dead hunter, or woodcut, whatever. He's got a lockpick, and we will have the woodsman's friend over here, which is a unique item, so make sure you get that. Just be careful around this area, because there's sometimes frostbite spiders and wolves and all that. It's quite deadly. There we go, Lakeview Manor. Absolutely empty at this point, but stuff will change very soon. So let's have a look. So we have a book here, Beginner's Guide to Homesteading, so if you're interested you can pause and read. Now, with building homes, you can obviously have like a main hall and an entry hall and all that stuff, but there are 3 wings that you can do that you can customize. You can have a choice of 3, as you can see from all these. We're going to build a library, a alchemy laboratory, and a bedroom, because this is going to be our sort of main home. We're going to make this. I'm going to obviously build the other 2 houses at some point, but they'll just be sort of generic houses where we're not really going to move anything in or whatnot. It's just going to be fully furnished just in case, we fancy it. So we're at our carry weight now, but that doesn't matter because
Yes, my Thane. Do you need something?
we're not really going to move much from this point. So just make sure you've got everything,
Let's go.
and we'll start building our place. So we're going to buy the small house layout. This doesn't take anything. And we'll keep looking back just to see how it updates. And then if you go to Captain's Workbench, that's how you can start actually building all your little bits. So we've got the foundation, the wall framing, the walls, the floor, the roof framing, the roof, the door. And then we can build an animal pen, an apiary, an armory workbench, a garden, a grindstone, a smelter, and a stable. So already, it's looking pretty fine. But we're going to need some more clay
What is it?
and stuff like that. Clay and quarried stone, so what we need is for her to become a steward.
I'd be honored to be your steward. You've built a fine steading here.
She needs to do, then part
I'll keep
ways,
watch at Lakeview Manor until you return, Thane. Good hunting.
and then you can actually ask her for all the extra bits.
I am your sword and your shield.
So I'd like to make some improvements to the house.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
So this is where you can get all the you can get all these. Plus you can get a bard once you've upgraded the house enough. So we'll do that as well.
Very good. I'll see about hiring a carriage driver at once. Certainly.
Carriage drivers are
What
good
do you
in
have
this
in mind?
because not only does it take you to all the major cities for free with no cost, it also takes you to the towns as well. So you have like Riverwood, Shawstone, Dragonbridge, all that. Plus some settlements like Old Horizon as well. So if you want to, you can go to those for absolutely free. So that's good as well. Let's get a horse.
Ah, good. There's one I've had my eye on. I'll see if it's still for sale. Certainly. What did you have
Have a
in
cow,
mind?
please.
I'll keep an eye out for a good cow to purchase. Certainly.
Yep.
What did you have in mind?
And you can buy
I'll
3
see to it at
chickens.
once. Certainly. What did you
These
have?
all
I'll see to it at
spawn
once.
in the next time you load up
I'll
the
see to
world.
it at once.
So, like, if you go into the house and back out again, they'll all be there. Or if you fast travel somewhere, they'll all be here.
Of course. What are we running?
Let's just get rid of that.
Is there anything else you need?
So stone, I think we need about 200.
Certainly. Is
So
there
we've got
anything
30,
else
that's
you need?
50,
Certainly. Is there anything else?
70,
Certainly. I'll have it delivered.
70,
Is there anything else you need?
90,
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
110,
Is there anything else you need?
130,
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
150,
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
170,
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
190,
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
210.
Certainly. Is there anything else?
That
you
should do, but it might not do. And clay, I'm going to buy
need? Is there anything else you need?
one set.
Certainly.
I'm going to
Is
buy
there anything
3
else?
sets of this.
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
I don't need anything
Very
else.
good, sir.
We could buy furnishings,
Of course.
but
What would you like?
we're not going to. We're going to build the
Very
entire
good,
house
sir.
ourselves. Oh, hang
Until
on.
next time.
There's another option there.
Honored to see you again, my fame.
Do you know where I can buy materials like glass or straw?
You might try Grey Pine Goods in Falkreath. They carry all sorts of things like that.
We don't need that. It's just we've already got all that we need. Alright, let's carry on so we can build a main hall now. And these workbenches are where you actually add on your items, so we'll remove them once we've completely furnished the house, but until then we'll leave it be. Alright, so now we can build the door, foundation, floor, wall framing, first level walls, second floor supports, roof framing, second level walls, and the roof and the cellar. So a lot of this stuff, obviously you can see how much bigger it's gotten, but the cellar and stuff like that are all obviously inside places. And now we should be able to add on our east wing, north wing and west wing. So obviously, like I said, we have a choice of 3. We can do armory, kitchen, library, alchemy, laboratory, storage room or trophy room, bedrooms, enchanter's tower or greenhouse. So obviously we're going to do, like I said, the library, the alchemy, laboratory and the bedrooms. Obviously in our other 2 places we'll probably do like an armory or a kitchen, storage room or trophy room and an enchanter's tower or a greenhouse. Also we're going to remodel the house into entryway. Want to make sure you do that. So let's grab the library. Like I said, this is going to be our main place, so those are the most important ones to me, I think. So build the doors, foundation, floor, main supports, first floor walls, second floor supports, second floor walls. Yeah, you can all read, so I should probably shut up. You have to make sure that once you've selected what you want, make sure you build that before selecting any of the other wings, otherwise it'll just glitch it all up. I'm not sure why it does it, how it does it, but you've just got to do it that way. So select your thing and then build everything. Alright, and then finally we'll have the bedrooms, which will allow us to have a child stay with us, which I want to actually do at some point. Probably not this episode, I don't think, but you can have a total of 2 children with the Hearthfire DLC, so we'll do that. But as you can see with our drafting table, we have done everything except for remove the workbenches, which we obviously, seeing as we haven't actually done up our place yet, we're not going to. It's a bit slow, isn't it? Hang on. So we'll sprint this. Just a little bit quicker. Well, obviously we'll regain our ability to move once we build some of these bits. So let's have a look at this. This is our entry hall. I'm just going to keep spamming the A button. But I've done this enough times now and tested it that we shouldn't ever, from this point on, have to go back out and pick something else up. The only potential ones I think that might happen with are the sawn logs, quarried stone and clay, but again I feel like I've covered myself enough to do that without having to change anything. So this is very satisfying once you can just spam the button. Also for the arcane enchanter, I want to add, because I didn't know this at the point of making it, it requires a grand soul gem, which I had, and I was wondering why it wasn't accepting it. It needs to be filled with a grand soul, so I used a mammoth for my 2 grand soul gems, which we need. So yeah, just make sure that you've actually filled the soul with a grand soul, otherwise it won't accept it. So build all these. Obviously I'll give you guys the full tour once we've completely done this place up. So it'll be towards the end of the episode and I'll show you everything all nice and furnished and all that jazz. Very good. If you get your steward to furnish the rooms, it will get done eventually, although it is quite glitchy. So you just want to be careful with it, really. But the only room that they will not furnish is the cellar. You need to do that on your own if you want to. But yeah, they will eventually do all the other rooms. It'll save you having to get them all individually. But it's more satisfying to do it on your own anyway. So grab all these. So get all these shrines to the gods down here as well. There we go, and now we should be able to move again. Hey, look at that. So everything takes a little while to spawn in. This should be where the the shrine is put up, and you can see all these guys are going to start popping up. So if you ever feel like you want a specific blessing, then you can do that. But yeah, look at this place, looking pretty fine. Now I've noticed in the past skeevers occasionally spawning down here. I don't know why. I think it's scripted though, because you know, I've had my steward tell me, he's like, hey, there's some scuttering around downstairs. Don't know what it's all about, but yeah. Anyway, where's my steward? I want to talk to her before I forget about getting the bard in here. She's probably outside now, to be fair. Alright, so this is the library wing, I remember. So looking forward, I'm really looking forward to stocking this place up. And obviously, I've not actually tested actually furnishing the place on my own yet. I've just practiced with actually building everything. But so far, I've got to say, we are looking pretty good in terms of building everything. We've only got one more room, I believe. This, obviously, this place, this wing, and that wing, and yeah, obviously it carries on upstairs as well, so it's pretty good. Oh, there you are.
Certainly.
There's a bard.
It would be pleasant to have some music in the house.
Yep.
I'll make inquiries.
This one just goes outside, so we'll see that in a second. But hopefully, fingers crossed, everything should be good now. We don't have to go outside for any more wood or anything. But if we do, we can literally just turn around and speak to when, as soon as you say get us some wood, it immediately gets put in our inventory, rather than with the clay and the quarried stone, which you've got to go outside to pick up from the chest. But obviously, as you can see, we've managed to do this first time. So that is fantastic, I have got to say. So let's just have a quick look outside. So it's looking very nice, I must say. This whole wing to ourselves. Can pop down there if you want. We've got a chicken on the loose. How you doing, buddy? So we've got our cow, we've got chickens, we've got our horse, we've got our carriage. We've got our whole farm and everything out here. And so yeah, so now that we've got all of that done, we can get rid of all the workbenches. Fantastic. Alright, absolutely fantastic, I must say. So yeah, that's how our place is looking so far. Hang on, let's make that a thumbnail, I think. Yeah, it is, as annoying as it is to actually set up, it is very satisfying once it's actually done. There we go, I think that'll do very nicely. So let's just show you guys some of the other stuff. Like I said, if we go talk to our carriage driver,
Where do you want to go?
we can go to Darkwater Crossing, Dawnstar, Dragonbridge, Falkreath, Iverstead, Carthwaston, Keensgrove, Markarth, Morthal, Old Royalden, Riften, Riverwood, Rorikstead, Shawstone, Solitude, Stonehills, Whiterun, Windhelm and Winterhold. Obviously there's no charge at all to any of these places, so of course I'm sure we'll be taking advantage of this to places that we haven't been to yet. There were quite a few of them that we hadn't. Alright, so let's see. So we actually had quite a lot of logs that we didn't end up using. But you know, that's completely fine by me. Let's actually drop off all the stuff that we didn't end up using. So just so I know that what we actually didn't need. So I don't think we needed all of them. I think I might have overdone it at some points. But yeah, so yep, there we go. So we did pretty much use up everything, so it wasn't so bad. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I am going to return to Breezeholm and do pretty much a clear out of all my books and unique items and stuff like that. And we're going to completely furnish this place up, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a house tour, so I will see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, should just be at the end of the episode right now. I have moved in all my books and all the unique items. I've cleared out this place, so I've got rid of all like the crap in the chests and stuff like that. So the other thing we have left to do is
hello, my love.
tell you Solder.
Some adventure, I bet.
I'd like us to move somewhere else.
Oh? Where?
Lakeview Manor, my house in Falkreath.
I'll get everything ready and meet you there.
Okay.
Goodbye, my love.
And with that, farewell, Breezeholm. You've been a great assistant. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to level up. I don't know how many levels I've actually picked up, because I've done a lot of leveling up while going through all that jazz, so... Oh, just one level. But we managed to get a decent way up, level 41. Alright, we're nearly done with destruction, guys. Only 2 more levels to go. I'm thinking maybe... Actually, no, we'll leave that. Restoration, can we do anything new with that? Restore stamina, that could be good, I guess. So look at smithing. Dwarven smithing. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to return to Lakeview Manor. I'll give you a little house tour. It's not fantastic. It's not exactly all done up and pretty, but I've moved in all my books, basically, and that's filled up the bookshelves. And I've separated all my unique armour and miscellaneous and weapons. So yeah, so let's turn this down to naught and do this for real. So let's go in through the front entrance. It's our entry room, looking very nice. Here's our main room. There's our bard on the table. Hello. This is our library. So as you can see, it's filled at this point. Though I have a room in the upstairs one. So yeah. This is the bedroom, as you can see. So this is the wardrobe, where I'm storing all of my shields and obviously like unique shields and armor and necklaces and stuff like that that I'm not using. So there you go. We have this chest back here. I'm storing all the unique weapons. So you can see all the ones that we've picked up over the course of the game so far. Of course, we have a lot more to go. And then in this chest here is where I store all the weird stuff. So as I don't really fit into other categories Alright. Very nice. Right, let's go back here. This is the sort of kitchen area. I don't know. This is the bottom level of the alchemy lab. Very good. Let's pop down to the cellar. You can see all this looking mighty fine. Let's just close that. So this is our little smithing area. Very good. Let's head on up. So obviously you've seen the bottom floor of the library. Look upstairs. This is what we're looking like in here. This is our upstairs part of the library. So you can see we've got a few more shelves we can fill out. Not many though. I did actually manage to take up a lot. And this is where I put all my notes and journals and whatnot. So I kept those separate from the actual books. So as you can see all these. Okay, we can go up the ladder actually and look out through the top of the tower. So as you can see, there's our lake for Lakeview Manor. Is there a giant? What the hell? I definitely hear a giant. What the f... Can anyone else hear that? Right, well, yeah, you can see all this. Yeah, there's totally a giant in my... Why is there a... No, don't you go... You son of... You just killed my chicken. You did not. You did not. Oh my god. Who the hell is this guy? Why is he attacking everything that I own? Who does he think he is? Can't see his health bar or anything because I'm in bloody... Jesus, hang on. Oh, there you go, there's a little bit of excitement for you. A random giant just got stuck in my bloody garden. I don't know who you think you are, mister. You can't just go killing everything that I own. Usually peaceful creatures, my ass. Someone put a bounty on my head or something? They sent a giant after me? Jesus. Butchered everything. Honestly, I have no idea. That's never happened. I'm gonna need a word with my steward. Wherever she is, she's probably run off. No. Oh, what am I doing? Where's she supposed to be? I thought she was meant to be defending my bloody place. She didn't do shit. Where'd she go? Lady bloody muck. Oh boy, well that was exciting. Yo, you see my steward? I need a word. She's bloody sacky is what needs. Alright, so there you go. There's our second floor of the alchemy lab. So yeah, that's about all there is to it. I wonder if I... Oh, there you are!
What do you need, my... Certainly. What did...
Yeah, you're gonna need to restock all of those, because you're in here, but you're hiding out. There's a giant outside.
Certainly. What did you... I'll see to it at once. Certainly. What did you... I'll see to it at once. Of course. What are we running short of?
Alright, well, there you go. That's how we end the story. And that is the end of the 100th episode of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. So guys, in the next episode we will pick right back off where we left, which was just before we spoke to Brynjolf and Carlia in Erkingthand, I think is what it was called. So we're pretty much continuing our search for Mercer Frey, but yeah, this has been a nice one-off and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and also be sure to share the video, and I'll see you guys in episode 101. Bye guys.